Hi everyone, Des Adams with another interesting topic from the book on The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. And the topic today is really the meat of the book itself on how to think big. So how big we think determines the size of any accomplishment we get. And surprisingly, the tendency of so many people to think small means there could be much less competition at the top careers. And I thought that was quite interesting, because you tend to think that, there's enormous competition for various jobs, particularly in the upper echelons of careers. But what David is suggesting is, because of the fact that a lot of people don't think very big, outside the box, it gives a lot more people opportunity. So some of the key points out of this particular chapter, the first one is never ever sell yourself short. You're bigger than you think. And I think that's a very valuable way to put it. The second one is, because we do not think in, I thought this was very interesting. Because we do not think in words and phrases, but visualize pictures and images in our mind, to think big, we must use big positive words and phrases which produce big positive mental images. And I never really thought about it that way, but when you think about it, we do visualize, particularly in our dreams, we visualize some amazing images of things that come up. And then if you want to visualize things that you would love to have in your life, obviously a lot of people have what they call a mood board up on their wall. I had one of those when I was much younger, of things that you want to achieve. So you see these images all the time, they're flashing into your mind. So keep your eyes focused on the big objective. The third one is, use big, positive, cheerful words when you describe how you feel, as well as describing and encouraging other people. Become known as the person who always feels great. That's a fantastic suggestion, I thought, that when you're describing things, try and use colourful words that sort of put a lot of energy and enthusiasm into things that you're saying and doing. Big thinkers train themselves to see not just what is, but what can be. In other words, stretch your vision of what's possible. And the fifth one, this is important. Practice adding value to things, people, and to yourself. Look for ideas to add value to whatever you do. In other words, keep asking yourself, what can I do to make myself more valuable today? And I think that is so true, particularly in a work situation, which the sixth point mentions. Take a big view of your current job and think positively that your present job or position is important. And a point here that David mentions, which I wasn't totally aware of this, but be aware your next promotion, and he's claiming it depends mostly on how you view your current job. Isn't that interesting? It depends mostly on how you view your current job. In other words, if you're in a work situation, or even trying to create something, if it depends a lot on how you view, and if you think in a big term, then that can help towards your ultimate goal or your job promotion. And the seventh one, think above trivial things. Yeah, that's so important, by focusing your attention on big objectives. And the final phrase he uses, which I think is really good, grow big by thinking big. Grow big by thinking big. A very valuable phrase. So it's a really interesting way of looking at things, because I think in our lives, I think the majority of people like you might have flashes where you think big of something, if something's going to happen, like if you, particularly if a couple are planning for a wedding, you know, I know so much planning goes into those. But just generally in your life, if you can think big, it's amazing how many things can happen. I'm thinking at the moment of the Canva company here in Australia, and Melanie Perkins and Cliff and Cameron, they made one of their major goals is to think big, crazy goals to achieve them, and they've done very, very well with that. And I think a lot of startups, you know, can learn a lot from that by thinking big and then working along and finding appropriate plans for it. Yeah, so a very interesting chapter, and I hope you enjoyed that, and look forward to seeing you on the next video, and thank you very much for watching the video too. Okay, bye for now.